What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and today we're going to call this video Do Not Buy the PlayStation 5 Pro, but I have a specific reasoning for such an aggressive title, which is the fact that I have been covering a lot of the PlayStation 5 Pro leaks for the last couple months. I've been discussing it because I do like PlayStation. I've beaten a ton of PS5 exclusives, I've gotten a lot of platinum trophies, I've done a lot of reviews for the best and worst Sony stuff, and so I've been extremely excited about the concept of the Pro until today when we actually saw it, and it feels like a dramatically overpriced and very marginal upgrade. But I wanted to talk about this because as I've been diving into the leaks of the PlayStation 5 Pro for this entire year, a question that's come up a lot, a bunch of subscribers have mentioned it to me, is just the question of, I don't own a PlayStation 5, should I get the Pro? And now that we've seen it, now that we've actually seen stuff like hands-on impressions and side-by-side graphics comparisons, which is what we're going to look at in this video, I feel like nobody should bother with a Pro. The PlayStation 5 is still worth it, but the Pro, I don't think anybody should buy it outside maybe the professional space. But even then, maybe it's not worth it. But let's discuss. Hi, hope you're having a great day. And if you could, please smash that like button and subscribe. But so this morning at 10 a.m., they revealed the PlayStation 5 Pro, and pretty much the entire internet is instantly roasting the heck out of it because of that $700 price tag. This is a system that if you decided to buy the console, a controller, a vertical stand, and a disk drive, it could easily cost you over $1,000. Like if you're literally just trying to play a disk drive version of a game with your family, it is a ridiculously expensive cost, over double what you would have spent on just a standard PS5 4 years ago. Now, a lot of people are also pointing out that this is a rather strange way to unveil it in the first place. I mean, this did feel like a 9-minute rushed presentation. It was just them essentially sprinting out there, having architect Mark Cerny just say, hey, here's this cool console with some great ideas. Here's the biggest price tag you've ever seen in your freaking life. The biggest part of it that definitely grabbed my attention is how little they actually discussed the technical bits about how this is going to function. And people were saying, why didn't we get a Meteor Digital Foundry deep dive? Why didn't we have some actual people to play it? Even if it is IGN or GameSpot or VGC or whatever, like even if it is just a random website, why didn't they let more people actually record gameplay or something like that to show us why this is worth so much money? Now, they did officially release some side-by-side comparisons, but I'm just going to say it, this is pathetic. This is an actual thing. This is not some like Xbox fanboy or some Twitter hater. This is official marketing by PlayStation themselves that's supposed to show off the power of the Pro. Look, man, it's my job to play games. I look at a lot of different stuff that runs good or bad, has crazy graphics, or is pixel art. I can hardly tell a difference at all between these photos, at all. It's insane. But this is an interesting reveal. As they said, 3/4 of users are playing in the 60 FPS performance mode. So some people that are still playing it at 30 FPS, that's how you get the better graphics. The whole point of the Pro is that you no longer have to make those compromises. You can just get all of it in one big package. But even stuff like this, I mean, everybody's basically saying this is so bizarre. Every picture of it, yeah, okay, that sign's a little bit clear, but if I'm playing a game, I'm looking for enemies or items or tech trees. I'm not staring at, oh man, that background piece of art is, 1080p instead of 4K. This is an upgrade that is so teeny tiny, everybody is memeing on it. Corporate wants you to find a difference between these two pictures. I have so many hours in Spider-Man 2. I love Spider-Man 2. I platinumed Spider-Man 2. I think it's honestly overhated. A lot of people are kind of saying it sucks now, which happens sometimes with games. This is the same picture. Like, okay, yeah, the splatter's a little bit different because it's a slightly different screenshot. These are identical. It is so weird to me because even the impressions of it are lackluster, to say the best. So, CNET had exclusive hands-on. They were allowed to play it, but it was kind of strange. So I'm going to put a little bit of the video they put here. They said Sony would not let them capture gameplay. They had to just look at it at like the corner of their eye. They were not allowed to directly film the TV. So he had to just always put himself as like the main subject in the frame and the gameplay off in the corner. Something about this just seems weird. I'm not even harping on CNET. If you get invited to these exclusive things, you kind of got to play by the rules. What are you going to break the rules and get kicked out, But they said this: PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution will work on PSVR 2 games. Okay, so essentially their new graphic stuff will make PSVR 2 games look good, which is, I guess, good for the 16 people in the world that bought a PSVR 2. Planned to have 40 to 50 games with a PS5 Pro upgrade at launch, focusing on 4K 60 FPS along with graphics boosts. Now, I did want to show this. This is the official list so far that is actually confirmed instantly. So apparently, Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed, Demon's Souls, Dragon's Dogma, what you'll notice is that a lot of these are games that already do run good. Alan Wake 2, Demon's Souls, Gran Turismo. A lot of these games already look pretty dang good, especially freaking Horizon and Spider-Man. But some of these have had some serious performance issues. I beat FF7 Rebirth, and I did beat Dragon's Dogma, and anybody who played either of those games, they have some absolute downright blurry segments, like areas that look bad, like not just less good, bad. So the PS5 Pro being able to help those is good, but this entire thing here where the PS5 Pro could spark a range of extra gaming modes, Cerny has seen 3 different PS5 game modes. It's weird that they're trying to market this as like some next-gen revolution, something that's more than just your typical mid-gen refresh, but it seems like such a tiny boost for what you're actually getting out of it. Now, here's the part that I feel like, if anything, is quite damning. Over 25% of PS5 owners own a 120 FPS capable TV. Around 1 in 10 players have variable refresh rate TVs. Now, I'm glad that Wario64 here kind of parsed this out, because I think this is a detriment in that I have a big Ultra HD, super cool, top of the line TV. Now, a friend of mine recommended I buy it because he got one for his PlayStation 5, and he said, this is basically a new graphical boost. If you get a TV that can actually have higher frame rates and better visuals, deeper blacks, and like actual stuff to make it look as crisp and clean as possible, that does a lot more than just straight up better frame rate or just straight up raw, visual resolution. The fact that they're saying 75% of people with a PS5 can't even play the graphics that would be in a PS5 Pro, it's just such a weird thing to admit. I feel like that's kind of just odd that so many people can't even get the full power out of the current PS5. If you don't already have a UHD TV and you're looking at the Pro, Ultra HD, 4K, really good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Do some research. Obviously, I just bought what my friend told me to buy, and it worked really well. But an $800 TV will make your games look a lot better than just a $700 console on a 1080p screen. But here's the other thing. Like, Gran Turismo 7 includes an 8K and a 4K mode with ray tracing. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth in particular popped compared to the fuzzier graphics on the existing PS5. Everything was sharper. I think the PS5 Pro does give a decent upgrade. God, everybody's just talking about that price because it's just so ridiculous. But I think part of my problem with the PS5 Pro is that it's so expensive. It's such a tiny upgrade. And it just seems like Sony doesn't actually care about it. This just feels like something they're trying to churn out for some extra bit of profitability. I mean, even that doesn't make sense because I just don't feel like this thing's going to sell that well. Like, everything about this has me truly scratching my head. I have been covering PlayStation news on an almost daily basis now for 10 years. And I've just never seen Sony take so many L's. You know? The complete catastrophe of Concord, the fact that they've got warehouses full of PlayStation VR headsets, the fact that they're trying to churn out this extremely overpriced console with the most ridiculously pathetic side-by-side comparisons I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it just seems like Sony is talking, but they're not saying anything. I think the reveal of the PlayStation 5 Pro needed something extra. It needed something to actually say, hey, here's why you should be excited about PlayStation. I've been saying that a lot this year, but I feel like PlayStation is so damn silent. Tell us about the next game. Tell us about the next release date. Show us some gameplay about something we haven't seen yet. This was your chance. You're announcing a new console with clips of The Last of Us. That game came out so long ago, and yeah, they remastered it, but show me something that isn't just an upgraded PlayStation 4 game. I feel like everybody's hating on Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's one of the things that's on the list here. Show me that. Show me Hogwarts Legacy. Show me these games for like an hour. Do an actual stream where you show us the fact that this is an upgrade and not just an expensive boost to try and get people to scoop up extra cash. I am annoyed because I have seen some people trying to defend this. And I'm very annoyed because I hate the phrase, it's not for you. I hate that phrase because people keep saying it. Like, oh, the Minecraft movie trailer looks terrible. Oh, it's not for you. Okay, well, let's make good kids movies. Oh, this isn't for you. It's just an overpriced console for rich people. Okay, well then why are we even making rich people consoles if they're just such a marginal upgrade? I don't know. It just seems weird to try and defend this at all. But these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts, and thank you for watching. If you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. I had a couple people say they'll be mad if I review this. I've actually seen hundreds and hundreds of comments saying, if you review this, I'm going to be pissed. I review a lot of tech. I review a lot of stuff that sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I kind of thought the PlayStation Portal was pretty cool. You know, I got blown away by the Steam Deck. That was something I bought purely for review that completely blew my mind. I buy stuff because sometimes it changes my mind for better or for worse. And also it's my job. But thanks for watching, and my God, keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.